video, we are going to add dimensions to our floor plan. So every floor plan, basement, main floor, if you have a second floor, you need to dimension. We want to try to get as much as we can outside of the building so it's easy to read, but there are some things that will need to be dimensioned on the inside of the house. So obviously this house I have here, this practice house, is not complete. So I would wait till the very end to dimension. That way you can place them in good locations that aren't in the way of room names or appliances, cabinets, etc. So I'm going to go up. You can go to either annotate, or there is the shortcut here for align dimension. That's the one we're going to want to use. But you can also find that under the annotate tab, and you want to select align dimension. So when I click that, it brings up this other ribbon here, and you want to make sure that your option is on wall faces, and that the first one we're going to do is we're going to select entire walls, and then click on options, and you're going to make sure only openings and centers here is selected. Then hit OK. So I'm going to start with this wall here. I'm going to click on the wall and I'm going to pull it out, and see, it does it all for you. Now we want to also bring, because we want to do this whole back wall, so I'm going to do the back of this garage here and bring it up. I don't like actually that it has the extra wall dimensions, so I'm going to have to switch this, and that happens sometimes. So sometimes you have to toggle between entire walls and doing them individually. So I'm going to pick individual references, and now what this means is you can pick the edge of things and then the center of the door. I'm going to bring that up in line, and then I'll go from the center of the door to, we're going to go to the edge of this wall here. Okay, and then line it up. All right, the next dimension string we want to do is back to entire walls, and we're going to select intersecting walls and unclick openings. Hit OK. I'm going to go back and click on that wall and pull this up. So now what it's done is dimensioned every perpendicular wall to the back wall here. So perpendicular means that this wall is going 90 degrees to the back wall. And then we want to do this one as well, but see how it'll repeat that same dimension. What I'm going to do instead is change this back to individual references, and I'm going to go from the end of this wall to the inside of that garage wall, and then there to there. So I also really like when dimensions are clean and easy to read. So these small dimension spaces like of the walls, what I would do is click on that and then move that text to just underneath. So I'll move my 5-inch, and we'll move this one. You just want to make sure that you can read everything. You don't want stuff overlapping. Okay, so that's good for our second string. Our third string, so this will vary depending on what your wall situation is. So in this case, this house has, as you can see, this back wall goes across here, then we have it go down, it jogs in, and then it goes across to the garage. So we are going to have 4 strings on this back part, and what that means is I'm going to click on align dimension, and I'm going to go, again, individual reference. I'm going to go from the outside wall to the outside wall here. And then I'm going to go from this outside wall to this outside wall, and then line it up. And then I'm just going to go from the outside of the building to the outside, the farthest point. Okay, so those are the 4 strings you should have. If you have, let's say, like this, this side of our house, where imagine this garage area wasn't here, then it would be only 3 strings, and it would be really simple. So the first one, we would do openings, which actually I'm going to add, just going to add a window in quick so that we have something. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to go align dimension. I'm going to change this to entire walls, click options, and then select openings. So I'm going to click that one, bring it out. The next one we're going to do is, we're going to stay on entire walls and we're going to change the options. We're going to uncheck openings and click on intersecting walls. And then the last one, we're going to do individual references, and I'm going to go from the outside to the outside. Okay, so if you just have a straight wall with no jogs, then I wouldn't worry about the fourth string because there's no jogs to have to dimension here. So this is showing the two sides. On the inside of the house, what you need to dimension are things that aren't captured on the outside. So this means, if I click that again, I'm going to go individual references. So things you want to dimension are like this closet here. We would want to know what the depth is, which, remember, our closet depth should actually be always 2 feet. So I'm just going to edit that one so it's actually correct. We'd want to know the length. I think let's go to annotate and we'll go linear. So I can go, this one is good for points. So I want from the end to that corner because they would need to know that. And then again, sometimes you have to zoom in a lot just so you can see it. There, to there. There we go. And just make sure those are lined up. Okay. So you would need to dimension interesting things like that, even the width of this room, because we don't capture that on the outside. This one here. So we'll actually capture this one from here to here. So they're lined up. Okay. So that's pretty